Covering an area of around 500,000 hectares, the Danube Delta is the second largest river delta in Europe. The largest is in Romania, and the delta also extends into Moldavia and the Ukraine. Following the collapse of the communist regime, this area has become an increasingly popular tourist destination. With its unique network of interconnected ecosystems, the Danube Delta is one of the most important sanctuaries for more than 300 species of bird, as it contains an abundance of food as well as providing a good nesting area in a totally natural environment. Ever since ancient times, man has been attracted to this region due to the huge quantities of fish that inhabit its waters. The famous chronicler Herodot wrote of the delta in the 5th century AD. The region's most important fish are sturgeon, carp and catfish. Even though the fishing methods are somewhat dated, the annual catch is highly impressive, and commercial breeding also takes place here. Due to the large numbers of birds that fly above the waters of the Danube, it is difficult to believe that its magnificent landscape has been the subject of much exploitation. However, the Romanian government has now realized the importance of the delta from both an ecological and natural history point of view. As one of the last and greatest natural landscapes in Europe, the estuary of the Danube is a unique complex of various habitats. A carpet of yellow and white water lilies creates a marvelous effect on the surface of the water. The diversity of the local vegetation is truly impressive. A total of more than 1,100 varieties of plant indicates that despite its previous exploitation, the region's ecology has remained intact. Ornithologists appreciate the natural splendor of the Danube Delta, as it is the habitat of several endangered species of bird, such as the heron. From an historical point of view, today's delta is a relatively young region. During the Ice Age of 100,000 years ago, this land had only just been formed. When the river eventually made its way to the Black Sea, and the climate gradually became warmer again, large areas of the land became overrun with water. On the shoreline, the remains of what were once dams known as grinds are still used as pasture land by the local fishermen for their animals. However, the fishermen's cows and horses also spend most of the year in the wild on various tiny islands. Only in winter are they returned to the pastures. The honey of the local beekeepers is of exceptional quality. But for many generations, it's fishing that's been this area's most important natural resource. Apart from fishing, there's little else here to provide an income. Thus, many leave the region to find work in the cities. But after decades of environmental pollution and the end of industrial exploitation within the delta, the balance of nature has been returned to this region. These traditional reed huts indicate the simple and arduous way of life of the local population, who, despite their modest lifestyle, still consider this to be their true home. In some areas, the channels have become so wide that they appear as small lakes right in the heart of the delta. And when the wind blows strong, it creates small waves on the water. The influence of the migratory birds that carry the seeds of many exotic plants to the delta is particularly apparent within the dense vegetation and forests of Letier. The landscape of the delta continues to change. Each year, the waters of the Danube wash ashore huge amounts of sand and debris. Thus, the river relentlessly creates more dry land, while the water-covered areas continue to extend across this exceptional natural habitat. The future of this freshwater reserve, located on the eastern edge of Europe, appears to be assured. The Danube Delta continues to survive.